Hi, I'm Pastor Kevin, and we are gearing up for a historic Passover meal. What is this Passover meal? Well, my family's been doing it for decades, and we don't have to, but we really want to. My kids have loved this all the way through the years. It brought so many great memories, and it has really educated our hearts and in so many ways really enriched our lives. The Passover meal is a walk through history through food and through activities that you do around the meal, and everything has meaning and it all tells a story. It tells a story, first of all, that you're probably familiar with if you've seen anything like The Prince of Egypt. The real story is told in Exodus, and it's about a group of Israelite slaves that are captive in Egypt, and God rescues them through a miraculous set of circumstances. See, there are plagues that God places on Egypt, culminating in a very dark and difficult plague on the firstborn children. And ultimately, he uses all of this to lead his enslaved people to freedom through the miracle of a parted sea. And then that story isn't all that the meal walks us through. As Christians, we see that there is a pattern here that God set up 1,500 years before Christ that is echoed in the story of Christ himself. Because Christ was the Passover lamb that story pointed to. He was sacrificed during Passover as he died on the cross. And many of the aspects of the meal very clearly point to the Messiah, Jesus Christ. For instance, this is matzah, and it's unleavened bread that they used to, they ate this bread instead of waiting for leaven to rise with all that time. It was a hasty way to pack a meal and get out of town as they were leaving Egypt. But it points forward to Christ in so many ways. He is our unleavened bread, the bread of life even. But in this matzah itself, you see that it's striped and pierced. Christ, according to Isaiah 53, was striped. By his stripes we were healed, and he was pierced for our transgressions. So it points in so many ways, not only to the earlier story 1,500 years before Christ, but how Christ rescues us from our slavery to our sin, the way that we just wade in all of our bad choices, and he sets us free to live as we were truly meant to live in our God. Also points forward from that place to an even greater future for us, because one day he will return, and he will be a new Moses that leads us out of our slavery in this world entirely, and he sets us free to walk in a new and brilliant promised land, the land that is the new heaven and the new earth, where our God is everywhere, and we are made complete and whole in him. So this meal is a beautiful experience. It is a life-changing experience because it points to the one who can truly change our lives, the only one who can truly change our lives. So I hope that you'll join us, and I hope that this will be as transformative for you as it has been for me and for my family and for many folks who have gone through this with us through the years.